To Sheila Harsdorf, our senator. I'd like everybody just to stand, and we're going to begin with a Pledge of Allegiance, please. We've got a flag right up here.
Oh, we got a flag. You want to hold your flag up? Yes. Hold your flags up.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And justice.
Yay!
Is there a speaker?
How's everybody doing today? Great.
Good.
Can everybody hear me all right?
Oh, speak louder.
Well, let's turn it up a little bit. Is that, how about that? That's a little bit better.
Better.
All right. Thank you all for coming. My name is Matt Seom. I'm the new state director for Americans for Prosperity of Wisconsin. For those of you that aren't familiar with our organization, we have about 100,000 members throughout Wisconsin. We are a grassroots organization based on a couple of founding principles: limited government and free markets.
Yay!
We're doing a 10-city round the state tour called Stand Against Spending, Stand with Walker. The whole purpose of it is, so many of our folks have said, listen, I can't make it down to Madison, I got a job, I got to work, I got to pay taxes, so that all of our folks on outside are able to have jobs. Well, I tell you what, we said, we know you can't make it down there, we're going to come to you. And that's what's awesome about the turnout today. You know, you guys gave up your Saturday to come in, show your support for Governor Walker and what he's trying to do in Madison, and we really, really appreciate that.
Oh, dear.
I'm just going to yell, too. So.
Yeah, good idea.
But they do. They do, and you know what? It's not about how loud you yell. It's about the substance of your arguments. And you know, Governor Walker and the Republicans that ran it back in September, October, and into November said they're going to take bold steps to balance this budget without raising taxes. It wasn't going to be easy. There's a large deficit. But you know what? They went there, and they're doing it. And I think for that, we should applaud them.
Oh, yeah.
You know, no one said it was going to be easy. That's for sure. And it's certainly not easy if you've seen the pictures from down in Madison and what some of our leaders have to go through. And that's why it's so important that we stand behind them. And one of those leaders who's staying strong is your local state senator, Sheila Harsdorf.
Yes.
Well, it's great to see all of you here today. And let me tell you, it just seems like wherever I go, I draw a large crowd. But this is not about any of us as individuals. This is not about me as your state senator. This is about what direction we want our state to go. And let me tell you, it's on the line right now.
Yep.
There's been a lot of talk. You know, the state has faced budget shortfalls before. This is nothing new. But the problem is, in the past, different administrations, the legislature, has taken the Band-Aid approaches. They looked at taking segregated funds, rating funds, taking the patient's compensation fund, which now this session we're going to have to pay back because it was never the state's money. We don't have the federal stimulus dollars. So now we have a governor who has said, who campaigned all last year, saying, you know what, it's got to stop. We have to recognize that we have to pay our bills. You can't use the credit card. We don't do it in our families, and government, which is us, can't do it either. So we have a governor that has put forth a proposal that makes the tough choices. And Matt, you're exactly right. These are not easy choices. We know they're going to affect people. But people have been facing this for a while in the private sector. They've been making the tough choices. Businesses are struggling. This is about recognizing that if we want to have a strong future as a state, we have to make these tough decisions now.
Yeah.
I've never in my time seen as much public input. We have literally been inundated. Normally I get about 10,000 emails in a year. We've had over 20,000 in 2 weeks. That's just the emails. But that's what our process is all about. That is what our process is about. Being able to demonstrate is what our process is about. But I will tell you what our process is not about. Walking out.
Yeah.
And not I have served in the minority. And let me tell you, last session, when in a matter of one day a bill was introduced, it went to the Finance Committee, the next day it went through both the Assembly and the Senate, and on the second day it was on the governor's desk for signing. A bill that raised over $1 billion in taxes and fees in this state. I voted against that bill, but I was there. I was there representing this district.
Thank you.
And that is what the democratic process is all about. The voters decide who represents them. They elect the majority, and whoever is in the majority has the responsibility to govern. But in the minority, you don't walk out.
No.
Because what we are saying, that is eating at the core of our democratic process. And that is an assault on the voters' rights when the minority is allowed to dictate the agenda of the legislature. We cannot allow that to stand. So as we move forward, it's really important for us to respect the process. That is absolutely essential. Regardless of what side of the issue we're on, we have to respect the process. And so now as we look forward, which is another part of the process, some of us are going to be facing recalls. And that is a part of the process too. But this will be a defining moment.
Yes.
This will be a defining moment of what direction Wisconsin goes. Whether we look at what stand up for taxpayers and create a government that is sustainable and that's affordable, or if we are going to go down the road of having a government that is beyond the means of our taxpayers. That is the direction, those are the choices here. And so as we face the road ahead of us, we absolutely have to have your involvement.
We got it.
That I will stand up for the taxpayers of the state.
All right.
Yes.